What is up, guys and gals? It's me, Thomas Fan01 here, and today we are back at it again. Yeah, I know it's been a hot minute, but then again, stuff's expensive, gas ain't cheap, and Walmart don't have the goods. Except for this time when they did. So, we are going to be taking a look at the Transformers Age of the Primes Deluxe Class Animated Autobot Ratchet. Yes, it's time. Finally, we're getting some more animated love up in here. So anyways, you all know the rules. We don't take a look at the figure first. We take a look at the packaging, and the packaging is quite beautiful, I must say. We literally have a nice image of Ratchet up here in his robot mode going on there, and his vehicle mode. We have the primes on this side. On the back, we have all of the amazing obligatory shots of the figure here, and I just gotta say that, yeah, the tape's a little messed up, but then again, hey, it's okay. So, pretty much that's all I got to show for the packaging. Oh, except for this, a nice smirking image of the medical officer there. So now that we've done that, let's get him into frame. And as you can kind of see, everything fits on him in vehicle mode. So we have two of the tools here, we have two of the tools here, and we have two of the weapons here. So for this current moment, we are going to remove these because, I mean, as you can clearly see, you can store all of it on him in vehicle mode. It's not that difficult. It's very easy, and everything has these little 5mm ports and pegs on them all over the place. However, to get these two out, we may need to wait till we get into robot mode, so that is okay. However, on a brighter note, the Trailbreaker mold manages to make a surprising appearance in 2025 as a animated Ratchet, and boy, did they do a good job. My gosh. It's not dead on. It's not dead on to the animated it's not dead on to the animated ambulance from Detroit. But I will say this. It looks really good. Especially when you see it coming at you front on. It literally looks like like Ratchet from the show. It's only when you turn it to the side is when it starts to lose that illusion a little bit. But on the top here, we have all of the nice, beautiful things. And on the side, we have the nice ER or the heart monitor logo there. Underneath is pretty much the same thing as it was with Trailbreaker and with what was the other one? Was it Hoist, or was it I can't even remember which one it was, but basically it was the Trailbreaker mold, and it was not Trailbreaker from what I remember. So, but anyways, let's get him into scale comparisons because we've got some good ones to go through. So, anyways, here he is next to Legacy Evolution's animated Prowl, which seems like such a long time ago now. Here he is next to Legacy United Bumblebee. Oh, goodness. Yep, there's a toast hair that makes an appearance. Here he is next to Legacy United Animated Prime. He is his mentor in this way, or in this correction. He is his He is his mentor. Now, why couldn't I say that correctly? I don't know why. But anyways, let's remove him. And we got one more. Here he is next to Legacy United Starseeker Lockdown, which is based off of the Revenge of the Fallen version. And that version is based off of the animated version. So, yeah, I mean, we still have the EMP blaster and everything. So, no massive difference here. So, all right. Now, that being said, we now can get this guy into his robot mode. And doing so, we shall do. And to start off, we're going to pop this forward. And we're just going to, let's just remove these pieces from here. You don't have to, but I'm doing that simply just to make my life a little easier, and it just makes this process go a little bit quicker. So flip out the arms like so, and then you're going to basically kind of just fiddle with everything until that's not supposed to come up first, but I mean, it can if you want it to. I do not want it to right now, so kind of just fiddle with everything and kind of just get it all out of the way. So bring these arms down a little bit out of the way when you're pulling things apart. It's a bit of a mess to get this thing apart in that fashion, but it is okay. So if this hasn't done so already, untab all of this and then take this and bring this down, this waist piece here. And I don't know exactly where to start. Let's just start with the chest here. So bring the chest all the way forward, not like the way I did it. But once you've done that, then the arms will rotate around, down and around. Again, rotate it, down, around, and flip around. So there's that. And then bring the backpack up, and then just kind of, if you can, pop the head up first. If you can. Again, his head, come on, there we go. But anyways, now that you've done that, you're going to basically take this, you're going to collapse this in on this tab here, and that's going to straighten the majority of things out, or at least they're supposed to. Why they're not right now is $1 million question. So, but I do know that that's supposed to, no, this is not how this is supposed to happen. That's because it's double hinge. I forgot about the double hinge. There's a double hinge up here. My bad, folks. Double hinge, take that, and then it's going to snap right in, or clip into place. There we go. That's better. My apologies, folks. Then once you've done that, I'm going to take these and just going to undo them. There's two knee joints. There's this knee joint, and then there's this joint right down here. So that, or joint, hinge. So you want to make sure this one is the one that bends all the way back when you're going into vehicle mode, and when you're going to robot mode, this is the one that you want to bend for any action figure type poses. So doing that, you're going to do the same thing on the other side, and then this just soft tabs in. Oh my goodness. Oh, I don't like that. I do not like the way that that head is sitting on that, sitting. I do not like the way the head's sitting. We're going to fix that. There we go. Make sure it tabs into place, because sometimes it does not want to, and it sits at funky angles, particularly the way that I think that was an issue not just with this mold. I think it was the issue with the hoist mold and with the with Trailbreaker as well. But now that we've done that, we can then bring in all of the other accessories. So here are his little shock blasters that popped out of his arms in the original show. So, and I do have the original animated series, so I did watch it, so it's a very good show. I want to say this was the one kids Transformers show that I do remember being on Cartoon Network. So, and I remembered it being on Cartoon Network because it was 2D. So, anyways, now that we've gotten that, let's bring in all of the tools, to which, as I stated previously, these pieces are molded after the original animated tools, or at least the toys. And there was this little spot right here that had a hinge on them, and when you brought the backpack down, there was like 4 little bits in the middle here that you could connect all of them to, and they would hide in the backpack very, very well. But I mean, the problem with it was that there was too many tools, and unfortunately, most kids like myself lost a lot of the tools before anything else happened. So, anyways, there we have animated Ratchet in his robot mode, and oh my gosh, ladies and gentlemen, I've said it once and I'll say it again: a paint job will a figure do. This is an amazing version of what I keep talking about, because this literally, they transformed one mold into a completely different one, and all they had to do was slightly tweak a few things, and this is what they did. I cannot complain about this. Hasbro, you earned your cookies this week. You did. So I can't complain entirely. The transformation, while that mold had its issues, I can't complain too much on the transformation. But I will say this, it looks good in person. Now, one last thing I would like to point out is that because we do have these, hang on here, let me just pop off one of these, I think these are his electromagnetic, like lifters or something like that. I can't remember off the top of my head what these were called. But if you did remember this, he and Lockdown had a little tiff in the show. And in that tiff, they ended up fighting over something called the EMP blaster. And the EMP blaster was one of those things that Ratchet had developed, and Lockdown stole it. So now the EMP blaster can go back on his hand, and it does, and it literally fulfills the same purpose as the original EMP blaster, and it literally suffices for both stories. So honestly, Hasbro, you did a really good job with how this turned out. Now, that being said, let's get him into scale comparisons after we put his little electro lifters here back on. So let's put that back down right. Come on. There we go. Now, let's straighten him out and get him into scale comparisons. So as I stated previously, we'll start with Lockdown this time instead of having to come to him later. Here he is next to Legacy Prowl. Here he is next to Legacy Bumblebee. And finally, here he is next to Legacy Prime. And with him in the picture, now we can get into the idea of a family photo. Oh my goodness. And take note, there were really only 5 animated Autobots. In truth, there really were. And the last one we're missing is Bulkhead, who's gotta be a leader class. And he has to be coming with year 3 of Age of the Primes. He just has to be. Like, there's no other figures that they can do with that from this point. Like, the Legacy Evolutions Bulkhead, that was based off of the Prime Universe Bulkhead. So we need an animated Bulkhead to finish out this 5 team, and then they'll release the animated Autobots pack with a slightly better paint job and a slightly more cartoon accurate look. I have a feeling that's what they're going to end up doing. I don't want them to do it, but I have a feeling that's what they're going to end up doing. So with a snap of my fingers, we shall have him back in the limelight. Ready? Ready? Oh, that was quick. All right. Anyways. So now that we've done that, let's get into the final review of this guy after we do final thoughts. So, final thoughts on this guy, as I stated, they did a very good job with this. I can't even complain entirely too much about the transformation because of that. They did a very good job of paying attention to detail with the tools. They even did a really good job in the fact that these are the original tools from Animated. They just decided to lop off the bottom bits, which honestly, I can understand. I can understand that. So they did that, and then they also finally gave us the addition of his little electromagnetic lifter kind of thingies. So, or his I don't exactly remember what those were called. Could somebody tell me what they were down below? It's literally, I'm drawing a blank. All of the rest of the things of Animated, I'm not drawing a blank on, but this guy for sure. So, anyways. So, on that brighter note, I think this guy deserves nothing more than a solid 8.5 out of 10. The reason I don't give it that full-on 9 out of 10 or 10 out of 10 is because of the fact that, number one, this is right now already hard to get. I had to literally fight 5 grandmas and 3 nerds to get this. So that literally, like, a sword battle went through. I don't know if ambulances were called. I mean, at one point I'm pretty sure Master Chief showed up, but anyways, the point is that this guy is not as easy as not really easy to obtain out in the wild. I mean, I'm pretty sure if you order him, you'll probably end up getting him, but I don't know that it's going to be I don't know that it's going to be easy to get a hold of right at this moment. However, if you are able to get a hold of it, I recommend you get a hold of it. So, anywho, that is the final review for the Transformers Age of the Primes animated Ratchet. And this is Thomas Fan01 saying, do not forget to check out Jordy's Rail videos, Alexander Rothschild, Patrick's Voice Rail, Riveted Railfan, Riveted Reviews, Bravely GG, iStar552, Trooster Tube, Take Along Productions. Let's see, who else should we shout out? Kitten Cat 999, Lemon Lime Studios, Zaga and Oreo, and Corey Tucker from Facebook. Why the heck not? We'll throw all of their names out there. And this is Thomas Fan01 saying, do not forget to check out the main channel, where I will leave a link to in the description below. And do not forget to check out all of the playlists that are at the main channel, because we definitely have tons of good ones for that. We definitely will have one, and this guy will be in one. So there is that. And this is Thomas Fan01 saying, do not forget to keep playing with your toys. Goodbye.